Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now we are in a village setup. That's why you hear some cooks making noise. So bear with the situation. Now William Ruto is outside this country to the New York in the US for the General Assembly. There is a statement that Ruto has issued which has really angered Kenyans as far as the issue of health in this country is concerned. Now, this is William Ruto. Health is not a privilege for those who can afford it. It is a right here in Kenya. That is his own statement. He's saying that everyone has a right to health care in this country. I've seen so many Kenyans responding to William Ruto. And they are so much annoyed with William Ruto because they believe Ruto is just doing one thing, and it is a reputation that he has always done here. Now he's extending it globally.
As we say in Kenya, is not a privilege for those who can afford. It is a right for every citizen. Rights, however, matter not when they are proclaimed on paper or in theory, but when they are realized in practice. This is why Kenya places people, communities, and their voices in the very heart of health governance. Distinguished delegates, social participation. In Kenya, this is how we ensure that expectant mothers has access to essential antenatal care, that every child receives life-saving vaccines, and that families are supported in confronting the rising burden of non-communicable diseases. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenya's commitment to social participation is firmly anchored in both law and policy. Our constitution guarantees the right to the highest attainable standard of health on one hand, and the right of citizens to participate in governance. Both are constitutional imperatives. The Public Finance Management Act embeds citizen input in budget making, including in health, while in the Health Act outlines mechanisms for community engagement in service delivery. We're also aligning policy with action. We recently enacted 4 transformative laws to drive universal health coverage reforms. And why I say we had to change the whole architecture around law to be able to make health much more responsive. The old law had no place for people. The old law did not give voice to the vulnerable and to the people at the margins. And that is why we had to change the legal framework completely.
Now, I want us to continue with the panel discussion, but before we go deep into that, I have a quick and humble request. For those who are watching the channel and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to our discussion. Now, before I say anything about Ruto's statement, I want to bring to you some of the views from Kenyans. I did not actually select that I want to read this, and no. I just took 2 screenshots without selecting the comments from Kenyans on William Ruto's statement. So here are some of the comments. Samuel Nyaga: all speech is hypothetical. Hesbon: sasa ni zamu ya wazungu kuchezwa. Esther Dante: yani wewe ni Kasongo, home, away and far away. And is actually crying about it. Kiona hizo MG. Do praise Mungai. I will only support Ruto when he starts saying one term. Benson Mwangi, Ngai Mwadhani, home and away lies. Dixo Jr., 2027 is not far. Wewe Ropoka 2. Joseph Lawrence, wacha kudanganya dunia wewe. Mugambi Gwantai, oh Lord, what is he saying? Morris Enoch Kaongo. These are just but some of the comments from Kenyans. If you read the whole comment section, you will be shocked. The response from Kenyans. But then one will ask, why would Kenyans respond like this to William Ruto? Why? Kenyans are asking themselves serious questions and they don't have answers. And that's why they are pushed to react in this manner. If healthcare is a right and not a privilege for those who can afford, why is it that when you go to hospital today, you are being sent away unattended to by health workers if you don't have SHA? Why chase away those who do not have SHA from public hospitals? Today, if you don't have SHA, you can only be served in a private hospital. And SHA means you have to pay either for the whole year or 6 months. Mimi niliambiwa nilipe mwaka mzima. So you're telling us healthcare is not a privilege. What is it? For those who cannot afford. What is it? Imagine if you get sick, the only affordable hospital you should run to is a public hospital. But then that public hospital, you are being told, lipa SHA 1 year for you to be treated. The other time, I met another guy who actually took the daughter to the hospital. Kwa anajifungua. Akaambiwa alipe SHA 6 months. You are telling us that health is not a privilege for those who can afford it. It is a right. If health is a right, why did William Ruto remove Linda Mama and expose expectant mothers to a danger for those who cannot afford? Why? If health was a right to every citizen, then expectant women or mothers should get free service in the hospital, just like what Uhuru used to do. If it was Uhuru saying this, I am sure the Kenyans who are angry at William Ruto will be clapping at Uhuru, because they know women who are pregnant were receiving free medication under the Linda Mama cover, championed by the First Lady. Saizi tuko na Rachel Ruto anasema yeye ni mtu anadili mambo ya faith, community faith based. Yeye anadili mambo ya kiroho. Lakini the former First Lady alikuwa anadili mambo ya health ya wamama. Alikuwa anakimbia. to raise funds for Linda Mama. If health is not a privilege for those who can afford, and you say it is a right to everyone, why did you remove Eduafia for learners? Today, if learners go to the hospital, they will need to produce SHA or be chest without being attended to. Before, under Uhuru Kenyatta, you just need a letter from the head teacher and you get to the hospital, you are treated and you go back to class. If it was Uhuru saying this, we would be clapping. But unfortunately, it is William Ruto. You are charging women in hospital for giving birth. You are chasing away learners from hospital and you removed Eduafia. You are chasing sick people from the hospital, public hospital, just because they don't have SHA. And you go outside there, you want to paint a white color here and say that healthcare in Kenya is something that is progressive, it has been dealt with, it is working, it is not working. That's why Kenyans are angry and mad at William Ruto, that he is extending lies globally. So he's lying home and away from home. It has become his character. Total embarrassment. I don't know your views, but please let us meet in the comment section to continue with this discussion. Otherwise, thank you so much and see you in our next video.